we started 28 years ago, and but Bob, it really goes back to when I was 12, and my parents were hit by a drunken driver. My father was killed instantly. My mother was seriously injured, would be in the hospital for some months with many broken bones and internal injuries. And as a kid, my parents didn't have insurance, and the man who hit them didn't have insurance, and so our family was forced to survive on welfare and food stamps. And so as a kid, I really experienced the shame and the pain of poverty, but I also experienced the power of kindness, because churches, Christians would come to our door with bags of groceries. They would, when they saw holes in my shoes, they would put shoes on my feet. And so fast forward to adulthood, and I went out and earned several degrees. And one of the things that happens, Bob, when you're raised poor, is you begin this quest not to be poor anymore. And that certainly was the journey I was on. And I began writing books in my 20s. And one of those book projects took me to Calcutta, India, to write a book for some missionaries there. When I landed, they said, well, we want you to interview Mother Teresa for our book. And in the course of my interview with Mother Teresa, she just stops and she asked me, she said, young man, what are you doing to help the poor and the suffering? And I figured it was probably not a good idea to lie to her.
Yeah, so don't do that.
No,
a trap door opens up, you go straight under.
Exactly right. And she just said, everyone can do something. Just do the next kind thing that Jesus puts in front of you. And those words were really haunting for me. I came back to the States, and I just was praying one day, and I really felt like God was telling me to kind of break out of the bubble. And so I went to 8 cities, and I lived in the streets for 3 days and 3 nights. I went to Miami, Atlanta, Chicago, DC, New York, major cities. I rode with the police on the midnight shift, walked the streets with a hidden tape recorder, interviewing drug addicts, gang members, prostitutes, runaways, the homeless. And all I can tell you is that I saw the underbelly of America, and God broke my heart. And I came back home 28 years ago, loaded up a pickup truck with $300 worth of groceries, and just started passing them out to the poor. And I have to tell you, that moment was my sense that, hey, this is my calling. This is what God's asking me to do with my life. And he took that pickup truck and he basically blew it up to box trucks, and now a large fleet of semi-trucks across the United States and warehouses around the world. And only God could do that.